All right, good evening, folks. This is K5LYN. My name's Lynn. I'm in Austin. We get together here on Wednesday evenings and talk about vintage radios. Let's see if anybody needs this frequency for any emergency use before we do an hour or two or three of boat anchors here. Anybody need the frequency? Okay, not hearing anything. Let me say that I'm on a Central Electronics 10A from the year 1952. This is the first commercial single sideband exciter in the world. And it's putting out about 7 watts, and I'm using that to drive a home-brewed single-tube amplifier that I built on the chassis of an old Night Kit Novice CW transmitter, and then that is then in turn driving the L4B up to about 5, maybe 600 watts. Looks like it's doing tonight here. Buy-sell trades are appropriate here if they're vintage radio related. And if you have a problem with the radio you're working on, this is a great place to ask for technical advice because there's gobs and gobs of expertise here. Okay, I'm going to call some folks. By the way, let me say the radio that I usually call Lynette on, the cheap and easy SSV built by KG7TR, I'm doing some fascinating project with it that I didn't get quite finished up in time for the net tonight, but we'll have it on here next week. And thanks, Mike, for all the consultations he's offered. We're going to make that a little bit more versatile, such that I can also use it with the transceive adapter that I'm using with this 10A, such that the VFO is the VFO and the Drake receiver, R4, is also the VFO for the Central Electronics exciter or any similar exciter. All right, KG5BZ, talk to us, Ron, K5LYN.
KG5BZ, the tower's up. I'm running rig power, about 20-30 watts. I'm glad I'm sort of heard. Back to net, and the Kenwood 870, Sammy's old radio, and the only thing I did to it once I got it from Sammy several years ago was put the TCXO unit in it. And the apex on the dipole's up about 80 feet, over.
Yeah, you're stronger than I used to hear you. I'm not sure when you were barefooted why you weren't running more than 30 watts. I couldn't figure that out either.
30 watts, average voice peak's about 40. Apex on the dipole now is at 80 feet instead of 20 feet, over.
Yeah, well, whatever the case, it's better. All right, good to hear you, Ron. TXW, George, talk to us.
I'm running all around the net from WB5TXW, still in Crestview, Austin, Texas. For the finest hour of amateur radio for the week, I'm on the S-line, 32S175S3. 75-meter dipole, all the usual stuff, Shure 444. And people are sounding good, over.
Yeah, and our funny work we did on that transmitter is such that there's no way it could sound any better. It sounds just like you in real life.
Well, thank you very much. I think the big difference, too, is the microphone. We went through a few microphones. And I've got some things to do with the 30L1, which I'll tell you about someday, because it's not particular to most people's use of a radio. Having to do with knowing where you are on the capacitor, tuning capacitor. So anyway, I'll sit back and listen. The air's been lousy up here when I've been walking around, but that's life. WB5TXW back to net.
Yeah, and the hot spell is really coming on now. All right, moving on. OJB, Denver, what's happening down there? K5LYN.
No, Lynn, it's hot. It's N5OJB. I'm on 820, and it's kicking out on me for some reason. Let me turn that up a little bit. And I'm doing fine. Not having any problems. I've got the TS820 on. I'm running the old NCL and having a ball. So back to y'all, N5OJB.
Okay, good word from Gonzalez there. KK5DR. Hey, Matt, talk to us.
Oh, good evening. This is KK5DR. And, yeah, it's hot. It's, July in Texas still. What did you expect when you came here? And tonight we're on the Yaesu 1000 Delta, doing about 230 watts out right now, peak output, and putting that into the double ZEP, full wave double ZEP at 60 feet off the ground. It's got about 3 dB gain over a dipole on this band. So I could put barefoot power in it and it sounds like I'm running an amp. Anyway, things are okay out here on the Fat Chicken Ranch. Thanks for everybody out there, and y'all play pretty. KK5DR.
Hey, I got a question. When it really gets hot in the summer, is there some kind of a specialized shelter for those chickens, or they just get under the trees, or how does that work?
Oh, I got shade for them. There's trees that overhang their coop area. I got a old box fan out there just blowing some air around, and I got water dripping into a big tub of water, and it overflows that tub and wets the ground. They can get out of the sun, and they do okay. They kind of lay low during the middle of the day when it's really hot.
Like we do, for sure. Very good, Matt. I can always hear you over the Austin noise better than anybody else. Great signal. Okay, Mr. Henry, HHW, still down there somewhere, Henry? K5LYN.
Yeah, right here, just to left in W5HHW. Henry and Victoria, we're still running the old TF900 Kenwood here. About 250 watts barefooted, and triple D microphone on it, and the antenna is the inverted V, and a capital H on the heat. Boy, it was hot and humid here today. We mowed the yard, trimmed the yard, and when I got back in the house, it looked like somebody poured a bucket of water on me. I'm telling you, it is a scorcher out there today. Everybody have a good evening, enjoy the net, and everybody have a good one. W5HHW back over the net.
Henry, I mowed my yard yesterday, and I agree with you. It's getting to where it's not fun this time of year. Hey, do I remember you used to have an old Gonset amp or something like that down there?
Yeah, I used to have an old Gonset 201, I believe.
Still got it?
No, sir, I sure don't. It's been gone quiet. In fact, I can't even remember where it went.
Went over the hill. All right, Henry, great to hear you. Nice signal in Austin. WOZ, hey, Dan, talk to us.
Yeah, good evening, Lynn, and everybody else on the boat anchors here. This is Dan, KWOZ, downtown Houston, Sanctuary City, and the COVID headquarters of Texas. Let's see, you mentioned the Gonset amplifier. I tell you what, if you have the anchoring for one, I think Stammy has about 3 of them that he would sell real cheap. He's got at least a couple, I know that. And let's see, talking on a Kenwood TS830, driving a Kenwood TL922, listening on a SP230 and MC50 microphone. This 830, I've done a lot of work to this thing, and I tell you what, it hasn't budged since I turned it on here a few hours ago, so I'm kind of pleased with that part of it. I've never had an 830 that settled down like this one did, and this thing was all over the map before I got to working on it. Just too many other projects around here. Oh, I'm in the process of building a Heathkit SB1000 amplifier, complete from the original kit, never been assembled, so I'm finding a few parts missing here and there, but nothing big deal, and one of these days maybe I'll get that working. That's it from here, Lynn. Back to net, KWOZ.
Hey, that's an exciting project, Dan. Tell us, if you have a mind to, where you acquired that thing from.
Well, there was a guy advertised it on the internet, and I saw it, and I thought, God, I've built so many Heathkits, especially amplifiers. I haven't done that in about 30 years. It'd be neat to have one, and I thought about it a few days, and I sent him a note. And I said, look, if you don't sell that and you think you'd want to ship it to Texas, here's what I'd give you for it. and I didn't hear from him for about another week and a half, and finally he sent me a note that says it's all yours.
Very cool. And what's the tube in that?
It's a single 3500Z. It's an IMAX, never been opened, with a 1996 date code.
That'll be really fun. Keep us posted on that project. And no, I'm not looking for the Gonset. I just wondered if Henry still had his. Probably the only thing I might be looking for one of these days, and we once talked about it, the TS50, but no priority on that. All right, good, Dan. Anything else for the net this evening?
Nope, that's it. Just waiting for a fall and for it to cool down.
Recheck.
Recheck, go ahead.
Hey, Lynn, I also wanted to say I'm looking for an original SP220, like full eagle out. And anyway, I just wanted to get that out there. I pretty much give up on trying to find the transformer for the Ten-Tech Centurion. Over.
Yeah, who's transmitting there?
That's Ron.
Okay, well, all right. Well, I didn't know he was in there, but did you, Ron? Do you want to talk some more?
Jay, did you hear what I said? Over.
Yeah, he's still looking, or he hasn't found the a transformer for his Centurion amplifier. So he's looking for an SP220 now. Something that he can get on the air, get a little more power out with, and like that. And he's easy to find. Just holler if you got one, and we'll give you his number.
All right. Okay, we got a bunch of people waiting in line here. Let's move on down the road here. BTM, what do you say, Ralph?
Yeah, hello, Lynn, K5LYN, and this is N5BTM. Ralph and Spring, about 30 miles north of the sanctuary city of Houston. And tonight we're running a Heathkit SB100, driving a homebrew GS35B linear, running grounded grid, 444 microphone, and about 800 watts or so. And that is going through a Drake MN2700 tuner. And the wire outside is a trap dipole, basically for 40 and 80 meters. And Lynn, I meant to ask you a question. Did you say you had that Central Electronics is driving a one-tube amplifier that's then driving the LB?
That's exactly what you heard, Ralph. It was a Night Kit 50-watt novice rig. It had an 807 in it, and I pulled the 807 in it and put in a 6KD6. But I didn't upgrade the power supply, right? So that was a foolish move. I could have gotten the same power out of the 807 probably, and that then drives the L4B.
Okay, but it's only one tube in your amplifier, because I thought you had an amp that had 4 tubes in it.
I do. That's on the 20A. This is the 10A.
Okay, I got you. Very good. Well, anyway, it sounds good, and hopefully everybody will have a happy 4th of July. This is N5BTM.
Yeah, the amp on the 20A is 460 Q5s, and it actually puts out not quite as much as I'm putting out right now, but I'm really maximizing those 6D Q5s. They never had it so good. All right. I promised I was going to pick up Doug, and then I'll give it to Jay. Doug, IS, talk to us.
Hey, K5LYN and the Boat Anchor Bunch. W5IS. Well, Lynn, I'm on the Drake TR4 tonight, and driving a SB1000 like, oh Lord, I forgot who it was, is rebuilding that one from my kit. That's great. This one I've got, I rebuilt it from bottom up, but it wasn't from out of the box. It looked like the devil when I started, but it's working. And anyway, double bazooka antenna and a sure 444 microphone, and I guess that's about all of it. And I won't hold it unless you get on K5LYN. Oh, and by the way, I'm on one more thing. I got a Schwab 500CX that I'm working on. I'll get on one of these days, and I found out after I to a factory, so you never know what you'll run into sometimes. W5IU.
You know, those Swan 500 series radios are really remarkably good. They're easy to work on. They sound great. The receivers are good in them. You'll have fun with that. Keep us posted on it, Doug. And it was KWOZ that's got the SB1000 he's working on. Okay, I'm going to give it to Jay, and then Jay's going to give it to Rusty. And if you were one of the earlies and you got forgotten about, nobody calls you during all this, it's kind of hard for us to juggle so many people. So if you got forgotten about, let us know you're here and you're waiting in line. Okay, Jay, over to you. Pick it up. K5LYN.
Okay, yeah, I've got about, let's see, 4 or 5 on here, and then we can go from there. But first is KC6CNN, Gerald, down there in the valley.
Hey, thank you very much, Jay, and hello, everybody on the Boat Anchor Net. Not much change on the radio here this time. Still using an MC50 with the Kenwood TS530 SP. Driving a Kenwood TL922A amplifier, about 750 watts, low power. My tubes are weak, so I just run it on CW. Going out to a 600 ohm ladder line antenna up 40 feet in the air. It's a doublet and putting an inverted V. And patiently waiting, day number 34, waiting on my new radio to come in. Finally pulled the trigger and bought a 890, Kenwood 890, but there's none in the States and waiting for it to come in. That's all I have. I'll pass it back to you, Jay.
Okay, Gerald, good deal. Well, you know, while you're waiting, that 530 sounds just fine. So, Kenwood's, well, what can I say? Speaking of which, I forgot to say what I was on this evening. I'm on a set of Kenwood Twins, 599D, and I'm using an Electro Voice 664 Alpha microphone, driving an Alpha 374A converted to a pair of 3CX800s into some homemade open wire line, and also homemade 160-meter dipole and all that good stuff. So, with a little bit of work, you too can have a signal. I hope. That's what I do. But anyway, let me run down. The next one I've got in line is KG5LDX. Patrick, are you still there? No, I don't hear Patrick. N5WRX. Bill, how about you? Ooh, my goodness. Okay, I know Byron's out there. WA5EDX. Go ahead, Byron.
Yeah, this is WA5EDX with Byron in Bluffdale, Texas. Stand by one. Okay, let's throw a little power on here. Put a pair of shoes on here. Running a Kenwood TS520. Initially barefoot, but I just switched on a Swan Signet. What is this? A 1200W. So maybe somebody could tell me what that is. Hi. It's kind of a semi-rare thing. I've had it for quite a while. Decided I'd pull it out and kind of restore it this week. So I've been working on it. Got it cleaned up. And still hadn't changed the electrolytics in it. I got to do that. But this afternoon I put a fan on it. Put a fan mod on it to give it a little cooling. That seems to be a well-known and much required mod to save these sweep tubes. It runs the 6MJ6 sweep tube in it, so 4 of them. And I've only loafing it here, probably maybe 300 watts out, 300 to 400, somewhere in there. That's about all it'll do, so maybe it helps the signal a little bit. Been a hot one up here in Bluffdale. Got a little QRN on the band tonight, too. I guess from all the heat. I don't think there's any storms nearby. But anyhow, I hope I'm getting through. So that's the story from here. Y'all all have a happy 4th. Stay safe. Don't let fireworks blow up in your hand and all that good stuff. And remember to wear your mask. Back to net, WA5EDX.
Okay. Yeah, I'll wear my mask. I just ain't going to tell you where I'm going to wear it. But at any rate, sounded great, Byron. Yeah, I hope everybody has a good happy 4th of July. All right. Let me try Bill one more time. N5WRX, are you back? I guess not. Okay. Anyone we haven't talked to yet like to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited this evening? Come now, please.
Whiskey 5, Foxtrot, Papa Tango. WA5MOE.
Kilo 5, X-Ray, Bravo.
Okay, let me see. I've got... Wait a minute. Okay, trying to... Shucks. My memory is not as fast as my pencil. Let's start with FPT, and then I'll pick the rest of you. I got KE5Q after that. But FPT, go ahead.
Okay, Jay. Yeah, this is Paul over in Jasper, Texas. Whiskey 5, forever paying taxes. That's an easy way to remember. W5FPT. And tonight we're running the old 530S into a SB220 out into a homebrew super mini loop up at 55 foot. And everybody's sounding real good. You got those 599s cooking, Jay. They sound good. Hey, everybody have a good 4th, and we'll catch y'all next week. W5FPT.
Okay, Paul, that's a good deal. Yeah, you sound pretty good yourself. So these things, I'm glad they sound good. They also hear good. That's a good part of it also. KE5Q, Jim, your turn.
Yeah. This is Kilo Echo 5 Quebec, Jim in Plano, and it's good to hear. I think it was Paul there in Jasper. I know I've talked to him before. That's my hometown, Jasper. That's where I grew up. So good to hear somebody on the radio down there. Of course, we always see Robert K5TFE when we at Belton most of the time. I don't think he was there last time. Anyway, Jim in Plano, and I'm on the Drake Twins, the R4B and T4XB into the L4B, and that's going into the Ultimax 8040 double bazooka, and I'm using the Shure 444. And I just wanted to say to Byron, boy, that thing sounded good, and that when those sweep tubes came online, it did help it. It may have only gone to 400 watts, but boy, it gave a little punch there. Anyway, appreciate you calling the net. Back to net. KE5Q, Plano.
Oh, okay, Jim. Thank you, sir. Contact, go ahead.
Paul in Houston, 706, over.
Say again?
Paul, all right, never mind, back to net. KG5EZ, sorry about that.
Oh, okay, Ron. All right. Let's see. All of the ones that were in there that I missed a minute ago, try it again.
W5MOE.
There, Moki Mike, go ahead.
No, just good evening to the net. We're reading the mail and listening to all the good radios, good sounding radios on here of the past. And I'm running the KWM2A. I'm driving it into a 30L1, and that goes into an inverted V up about 35 feet or something like that, using a Shure 444 for microphone. Anyway, I like the old stuff here, and I just like really listening to all of it. Sounds pretty good. Everybody's got a good signal over here in College Station. So, WA5MOE listening out.
All right. Well, your station is adding the same quality in there that you enjoy listening to, so it's all part of the deal. So thank you, Mike. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Well, somebody dropped the mic. Okay, Rusty, see if you can drag some of them out.
All right, Jay. Hello. Okay, there we go. Had to VFO up just a little bit. Good evening, everybody. This is WK5R. We're on the usual helicopter HC-37. We're doing about 600 watts. We're driving the GS-35B homebrew with the HC-37 and using the Audio-Technica AT2035 studio mic. Going into the fan dipole up at about 50 feet. All right. I'm going to try KT5LBS. I wrote you down. They didn't raise it, so I'm going to try it. Go ahead. He ain't there. So, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Who else out there wants to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now.
Hey, Rusty.
Yeah, Jay.
Yeah, let me add something real quick to those people that are listening. I have way too much stuff in this room, and I had to make a decision, and I've decided I'm going to put my 830 and the VSO 230 up for adoption. So anyone interested, y'all have all heard the thing, and anyone that might be interested in it, just contact me either by email. I'm good on QRZ, KM5QS, or yeah, that'd be fine. You guys send me your phone number, I'll call you, and we can figure it out. I don't need a king's ransom for it, so, but I do need to make some room in here. So anyway, that's it. KM5QS. Back to you, Rusty.
All right, Jay. Now, everybody probably heard Jay anyway. I put his 830 and the VFO 230 up for sale. He said just look him up on QRZ, get him an email, his phone number, and he'll call you and he'll talk to you. All right. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Well, dang, that's the first time I can remember myself striking out on the first round. K5LY and WK5R. Give her a shot, Lynn.
Well, I agree, Rusty. In fact, we haven't heard KB0UOZ. Perry must be lurking up there somewhere, or his electricity's out. One of the two. Perry, where are you tonight? K5LYN. Well, we haven't missed Perry in years. All right, folks, this is K5LYN returning on the Central Electronics 10A from the year 1952. This is the one I always like to say went on the air back when General Eisenhower, the hero of World War II, was figuring on being president someday. And he finally did get elected near the end of that year and served 8 years. But that's how far back this radio goes. Okay, you guys out there in Arkansas, Alabama, Kansas, Oklahoma, where are y'all tonight? Here's K5LYN calling and listening.
Kilo Charlie 5 Lima.
Okay, Tom in San Antonio, talk to us.
Hey, good evening, Lynn, and the Boat Anchors Net. Tom, KC5L in San Antonio, and we're on the usual. Tonight we're talking on the Central Electronics 200B and a D104 microphone. Going into a Palstar balance line tuner, open wire line, and a doublet of about 15 feet, about 100 feet long. And we're listening on a R390A, manufactured on a Collins contract in the late 50s. And that's about all I have here, Lynn. So back to you in the net, KC5L.
Yeah, hey, Tom, straighten us out on something since we've got a little time here and not that many people waiting in line. Remind us on the 200V. I was there. I remember when you bought that very beautiful transmitter up at Belton, but I don't remember. Did you do all the restoration on it, or did you send it to Nick, or how'd you get it up in the air running so well?
Well, I actually did very little. I did no restoration. It basically worked out of the box. There was one big issue with it that really had me fooled and puzzled and confused, and that was that the dial light, it has two dial scales on the vernier dial, and then a lamp two lamps behind the two scales, and the applicable scale is lit by the lamp, depending on the band. Those lamps were reversed. And so the wrong scale was lit, and the frequency was completely off. And I didn't know what was going on until it clicked in my mind one afternoon that, hey, maybe those lamps are reversed. And once I realized that, everything clicked into place, and basically that's all I had to do was reverse the lamp. And that was it. Anyhow, back to you, Lynn, KC5L.
Well, it's been a real all-star, you know, and that's a complicated radio for folks that have never looked at one. See, after all my stuff burned up in the Bastrop Forest fires in the early 2011 there was, Nick sent me a 100V, and I operated it for about a year, but it developed some problems, and finally I took it back. I said, Nick, I don't have sense enough to work on this thing. It's a complicated radio. And he traded me the 20A, which I've used ever since, but you've done spectacular work on that, and it sounds like $1 million every week. Over.
Roger, Roger. Well, I appreciate the flowers there, and I just lucked out. Everything seems to work. The main challenge was just figuring out the little things that aren't really documented in the manual. There's one knob called calibrate level that puzzled me for a while until I realized that, hey, this is how you zero beat the radio with a separate receiver. And once that clicked, well, that made things a lot easier as well. So been a lot to learn just in generally the operating aspects of the radio, but I've been real fortunate that I haven't had to do a lot of repair work to get it going. Anyhow, that's about all I have, and I hope everyone has a great 4th of July. KC5L.
Yeah, for those that don't know, the 100V and 200V are a masterpiece of engineering, and you don't even have to do any tuning and loading on the final. I mean, they have broadband couplers. The only tuning control is the band switch on the thing. It's an amazing piece of equipment. Now, I do wish sometime, Tom, somebody would build a transceive adapter for those, like I've got here on the 10A and 20A, because that would make them really fun to operate. Okay, Tom, back to you for any last comments. K5LYN.
Well, I guess I might try Sunday maybe with the transceive adapter with the RG98. It's still possible. Just a matter of it would be a big fun. That's it for this.
Very fine, Tom. Yeah, it's all about figuring out what crystal oscillator you have to heterodyne the VFO in your receiver at what frequency to get the right excitation in the central electronics. So keep that in mind. Somebody needs to do that someday. Okay, who else for the boat anchors? K5LYN calling and listening.
KL7 Charlie Delta.
Somebody came back to me. Can anybody hear that person? I've got Austin line noise I have to put up with. Anybody hear the person that tried to check in?
I got him. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, Rusty, thanks for letting me in. I kind of let the time slip up on me because we're an hour different here in New Mexico. Anyway, I'm running the same modern rig. It's only about 42 years old. Icon 701 with a Gotha TSP 201 Mark III amplifier. So I was just hoping I could make it in. I didn't get in early enough to keep a log at the stations. I kind of messed up. Back to you there, Rusty KL7CD.
All right, Mike, the Icon 701 and the Gonza GSP 201, I'll get it out in a minute. They're working fine there. A little bit light from Mexico back in here, but it's getting the job done. Okay, back to you, Lynn.
Very good. Thanks, Rusty. I could hear him, but I couldn't get enough words to really talk to him. Okay, who else for the boat anchors? K5LYN calling and listening.
KB0UOZ.
Hey, Perry, I knew you were lurking there somewhere. I called you a while ago. Good to hear you. Talk to us.
Okay, does this thing slow on coming back on receive? Lane, did you turn it to me?
Yeah, Perry, what I said was that I called you a while ago because I knew you had to be up there somewhere. So good to hear you talk to us tonight.
Okay, good evening, you. Good evening, everybody here on the net. We're on a little different radio tonight for a change. I'm on a Tempo 1 radio, driving my little Maratron 811H. Not full tilt and close. Well, it's full tilt now, about 500 watts, so I'm getting close to that, I guess. Anyway, hope this thing stays on frequency. It's got a little play in the VFO. I got to figure that out. I can go one way and it shows in place, and it goes the next way, another way, and it changes around. So anyway, and my SWR is a little high. Okay, there we go. Anyway, those Tempo 1, I picked it up. So anyway, we're running in. Hope it sounds halfway decent. Over.
Okay, Perry. Well, you know, it's good. You're not super strong, but then the sun has just barely set here in Austin. So, you know, I'm hearing you remarkably well considering it's early in the evening, but the Tempo 1's doing a good job. Over.
Yeah, okay, Roger. Yeah, I hope it's I kind of like the receive on it. It seems to, you know, the quality, the tone quality seems to be fairly good for an old tube radio, you know. But the darn, for some reason, the receive when I unsee, it's a little slow coming back. So anyway, we'll listen out. I had a phone call and I've missed both the guys, and I apologize. I wanted to hear everybody, but we'll listen on out, KB0UO7.
All right, very good, Perry. Always great to hear you. It's always fun. We know we can hear you no matter what the season of the year is. You managed to get a signal into Texas. Great to hear you. And nice work on the Tempo 1. All right, who else for the boat anchors? K5LYN calling and listening. Okay, that might be my quota for the night. Jay, you want to see if you can do any good? We may be winding this thing down. KM5QS, K5LYN. Well, am I still on the air or Jay's down the hall? Hey, Rusty, you want to talk? What do you think? WK5R, how about it?
Yeah, man, it's WK5R. Jay, were you down the hall? Uh-oh, something must have happened. All right, well, I'll take a spin on it. This is WK5R. Who else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Anybody else out there we haven't talked to yet wants to check in with us here on the Boat Anchors Unlimited net? Come now. I ain't getting nothing either. KM5QS, WK5R. Are you back, Jay? Uh-oh.
Contact.
Looks like we lost Jay there, Lynn.
I heard a contact. Who was that?
He's probably selling radios.
Well, he might be selling a radio. That's exactly right. All right, y'all. Well, maybe we better put the frequency on automatic. Anybody need to talk to me about boat anchors before we wind this thing down tonight? K5LYN. I don't have anything here. Rusty, any last comments on your end?
No, I think that's about it. Well, I got plenty of audio on this thing here. It don't sound overdriven listening to it through the receiver, but it's definitely got some audio. But it ain't putting out a whole lot. It's not driving me out very hard. Anyway, we appreciate everybody checking in. That seems to be a short net tonight. I don't know, maybe the summer conditions, who knows. But anyway, me and Jay and Lynn and Guy and Jim down there in Valley, when his antenna is up in the air, I don't know. Jay never did say if they do any good or not, so I'll find out later. But we know what it takes to keep these things on the air, so we couldn't do it without you. So, we'll now close this session of the Boat Anchors Unlimited net and return this frequency to normal premature use.
Very well done, Rusty. And the unique thing about your signal is if there's some interference when we listen to you this way, we just switch her over to upper sideband and hear you better that way. Nicely done. Great fun, everybody. K5LYN 73s and listening out.
Roger, Lim. I'm coming at you twice now.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Golf Lima, radio check.
I laid the headphones down. Did somebody say something?
This is Whiskey Hotel 6, Golf Lima, doing a radio check.
Whiskey Hotel 6, say Golf Lima?
Roger that. Whiskey Hotel 6, Golf Lima, just moved to Magnolia.
Oh, Roger. You're down there with a friend of mine there, and I can't think of his name. I feel embarrassed, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just moved from Hawaii. That's why I have a Hawaii call sign. And I just threw up a 80-meter end-fed wire just up into one of these huge pine trees I have in my backyard, and saw that 80-meter was booming right now, and I was like, well, let me see if I can actually talk. And I think I only have about 1.5 SWR, which is, I think, that bad.
No, it's not. Well, welcome to Texas. We just got through with the Boat Anchors Net where we all run the old glow-in-the-dark radios, and I just happened to be one of the next controls, and I just laid the headphones down to switch on another radio and heard something.
What part of Texas are you in?
I am in a little town called Wills Point. We're up here about halfway between Dallas and Tyler.
Between Dallas and what?
Tyler.
I don't know where that's at. I'm so new.
I'm about 50 miles due east of Dallas, and Tyler is about 49 miles, just a little bit south of east from me.
Oh, okay, yeah. I saw. I'm pretty sure you know where Magnolia is. It's kind of just northwest of Houston, and kind of just right below College Station. Yeah, pretty much College Station, Waco, and Dallas. That's pretty much all I know so far. I haven't been driving around a whole lot.
This is N5BTM. What are you running over there, old man? Ralph, we're in Spring.
Yeah, go ahead and say hello to the W86 station over there close up the road from you there, Ralph. I didn't get his name there. Go ahead.
I just did. What's your name there, old man? This is Ralph, N5BTM, in Spring, just south of you.
The name here is Garrett, call sign Whiskey Hotel 6, Golf Lima. All my information and whatnot is up on my QRZ page.
Okay, Gary, very good. Yeah, we're not probably 20, 25 miles apart, but what's one thing about pine trees, they do make good antenna poles and 2x4s. And other than that, that's about all they're good for. Over.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how to, what type of antenna I was going to put up. Yeah, because there is an HOA sort of-ish, and I'm pretty sure they wouldn't like me putting up a huge antenna with some Yagis and all that. And so I just had to put up kind of a stealthy antenna, but I'm really happy that the NDIS of it is working amazingly, just for getting all the way up to almost to Dallas and whatnot. What is that, about 200 miles out? So that's pretty good.
Yeah, what are you running over there?
Running an Icon 7300.
Okay, and you're just running barefoot?
Yeah, I'm just using that, going through a MFJ automatic tuner, and then to a I think the brand name is called My Antenna NFED for 80 meters, so I can pretty much tune it, I think, all the way down to probably to 10.
Okay, you got a lot of audio for you. You're just running 100 watts, basically, correct?
Oh, yeah, I wanted to use 100 watts just to make sure it would actually get out.
Yeah, you must have the processor on because it's pretty hot.
Here, how about now? I turned down the mic gain.
Yeah, that's good. But we're so close. I mean, well, we're running an old SB100 Heath kit. built back in the 60s, and that's driving a little homebrew GS35B Russian tube amplifier about 800 watts, and we have a inverted V. It's a trap dipole in the inverted V configuration. Over.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice setup. Yeah, I got you at probably like +10. Yeah, it's pretty booming into here.
Yeah, we're
I'm running
an
an old
HOA
Helicopter's
deals.
HT37, and I'm driving a GS35B at probably about 600 watts.
I double with you there, Bruce, just a little bit, Rusty. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just telling Garrett there that I'm running a Helicopter's HT37 up here and driving a GS35B amplifier also. I'm using a Broadcast Studio mic. It's an Audio Technica AT2035, and that's what I'm running up here into a fan dipole up about 50 feet there. Garrett, the name is Rusty. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think I got you at +20. Yeah, signals into the Magnolia are nice and strong tonight, which is amazing. Yeah, the only worry I had was I had these real big high voltage lines behind my property, probably about 300 meters off, and they're kind of going horizontal with the antenna. But I was checking them out on the radio, and I don't hear any noise from them, which is pretty good. I was hoping that they was going to be pretty quiet and wasn't going to be noisy and completely ruin my whole amateur radio experience out here in Texas, and have to do something mobile or something.
Roger. Yeah, well, if the insulators are clean on those things, you don't usually hear from them. I got some about, as the crow flies, about 2 miles from me. Big ones like that too. So that's what they do.
Well, Garrett, so you live in a subdivision that does not permit outdoor antennas? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that's what I read in their little bylaws. One of the other things that they're not allowing is aerial fireworks either, and a bunch of the residents are already up in arms with that, and they're like, screw that. The HOA don't own the road, so you can shoot fireworks off on the middle of the road. So, but I mean, it's super stealthy the way that I got in the back of my property. I'm sitting on about 3/4 of an acre, and the trees are way in the back, so ain't nobody gonna see it. I can probably put up a small vertical on the top of the roof just for your 2-meter and ascending centimeter stuff to hit repeaters and whatnot. I'm pretty sure they won't care about that. But putting up a big antenna, like a 60-foot mast or a tower and all that, yeah, they probably won't like that too much.
Yeah, Roger. Well, we live in an HOA that does permit outdoor antennas that just can't be visible from the street. But you can camouflage them pretty good, that's for sure. Contact.
Hey, contact, go ahead.
Hey, Rusty, I got something I need to discuss with you if it's appropriate. Over.
Is this Ron?
Roger.
Hey, you got my phone number. If you want to, go ahead and give me a call.
No, I'd rather do it on the radio, but I don't want to interfere with the QSO. Just I'm here. Let them go. KG5 easy.
Did I miss anything? I had to get busy.
Do you get that radio
we finished
phone?
up the net there, Jay, and we were talking to a fellow that has moved here to Texas from Hawaii. It's WH6GL, Garrett over there. He's at Magnolia. And y'all can stand by just a second. I'll see what Ron needs there. Go ahead, Ron.
Go ahead, Ron.
He went away. Did you sell that radio, Jake?
Yes, I did.
Well, all right. I told him that's what you were doing.
You were right, Ralph. Yeah, well, go ahead, Jay. Chime in.
Oh, okay. No, I took the headphones off and got a deal going for the 8:30, and then when I came back, and I figured the net would probably be over because we didn't get any more check-ins, did you?
We got Terry. I think that was the only other one.
Oh, okay.
if you come in there, you weren't there, and hand threw it to me, I got nothing. I threw it
welcome
to him
back,
and
Jay.
showed up.
Alrighty. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I'm making some more room so I can do something else. I wanted to put the twins in a different place anyway, so I'll use the rest of the accessories with the twins and the 922 with the twins. And of course, this Alpha works so good with it. I don't know. I'm I don't know. We'll keep it Kenwood.
Decisions.
What did I miss? Were there some dirty deals going down?
Keep the twins on the air, Jay. Anyway, I'm just waiting to talk to Rusty. Over.
Oh, okay, Ron. Well, I'm still thinking about that other deal, so that tube tester may be in your future, but we'll talk about that after a while.
Seemed like we heard a while back, I never was going to get rid of that 830. It was here to stay.
Hey, that was 2 days ago, man. I'm old.
Well, I'm going to keep this the rest of my life.
Brought you over from the island.
I think that question was going back to me, Whiskey Delta 6 Golf Lima. Yeah, so I got out of the Army back in 2010, and then was working for a federal job at an Army hospital, and then I got a job offer I just kind of refused, but it required me to move out here to the Houston area, which I was like, leave Hawaii and move to Texas? Yeah, I'll do that. A lot more nicer. Hawaii kind of turning into California or Austin, I suppose, if you can consider that too, yeah. But yeah, it's pretty nice out here in Magnolia. The trees are awesome. Everything out here is just so pretty, and everything is just so convenient. The customer service, almost all the stores I've been to, is just like everyone is so helpful and so nice, which is just awesome compared to where I came from. So far, Texas has been a really awesome experience for the past couple of weeks.
Well, I'm not with the Chamber of Commerce, but Magnolia over the last 10 to 15 years has just experienced phenomenal growth. Lots of infrastructure went in, so it's a good choice. Over. That's way past 249 to like Tomball, right?
Magnolia is actually a little bit north of Tomball, maybe like 15 more minutes.
Ward County.
Montgomery County.
Yep. Hey, Rusty.
Yeah, Ron.
I'm not back on the 1954 Swan 175 yet because the speaker lead needs to be connected to the power plug, and I can't do that, but I'm working on it. I got someone gonna help do that, but just got all the tower work done over this past weekend. Over.
Roger. Yeah, that'll get rid of, if you do that, that'll get rid of the hum for you.
No, is the speaker and that power supply okay? Do you know? Over.
It should be.
Okay. If not, I'll replace it. No biggie. All right, that's all I want to know.
No.
He said back to that group, whatever.
I don't remember, Ron.
Okay, Randy. It's okay. Not Randy. Rusty. Back to group, net, whatever. Sounds like he's having a Biden moment.
Yeah, okay, Ron. If you take the cover off of it, and it's got a red-looking cone on the speaker, and the speaker's been redone. I don't remember which one that one is that you got.
I think I can test it with a 9-volt battery. If it makes static off the two leads and it makes noise, it's probably okay, right?
I would think so. The only thing you would have to do then would be to hook it up and listen to the receive and see if it might have any cracks in it. Or even if it's got cracks in it, it'll still buzz with the 9-volt battery.
No, the paper in the back looks okay. All right, that's it, Rusty. 7-3, back to the group. G5BZ.
Okay, Ron, thank you. WK5R.
You know, guys, speaking of Magnolia, I haven't heard Joseph on the air in a long time. What's up with that?
Last I heard, he'd been real busy there, Ralph.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Ralph, this is WD5ZP.
Yeah, Gene, go ahead.
Yeah, I saw a cartoon. Biden is telling somebody in a news conference that he does not have dementia. He's always been stupid.
Hunter. There's a no, I'm not going to get into that. I'll save it for tomorrow.
Yeah, I contacted Woody.
Oh yeah, what's up with that?
He does not have a 950 SDX for sale.
Oh, he's got one, but it's not for sale, huh?
He does not have a 950 SDX.
Oh, he's got the regular 950.
950 SD. I'm not looking for one of those.
Okay, gotcha.
Anyway.
Well, at least you got in touch with him, you responded, and there you go.
Yeah, and people got some bad information, apparently. KK5DR.
Well, he used to get in there with us on 3900 in the morning, and I hadn't talked to Woody in probably a good 2 years, if not 3.
Apparently he's hanging out with a different group.
Yeah, he probably works on more on 40 meters, I guess, or something like that, maybe. I don't know.
I thought it was like 3802 or something he was hanging on.
That could be. I think I'm going to shut this stuff down now that it still works. Maybe catch some of you on the other channel in the morning. N5BTM.
Take care, Ralph. WB1E.
All right, Doug.
Yeah, just got in here late, but I'll catch you in the morning.
Yeah, see you later there, Ralph. W5DPP.
Hey, Sammy. You got any of them orange scones left?
No, they're all gone. So somebody came by and eat them all.
They turned around and they was gone. Funny how that happens around Sammy's place.
Yeah, I think the skunk got it. His pet skunk.
I again got them all.
Yeah, I did leave them by the front door, didn't I?
The side door.
Yeah, cookies disappear around that place.
Yeah,
There's
Sammy.
cookie thief around his place.
He likes to erase his cookies.
Cookie thief around his house.
How you doing there, Matt?
Doing okay.
Better than the other day, I take it.
Yeah, swelling has gone down.
That's great. So you're back to work?
Yeah.